can support this show at patreon.com/ASA podcasting.
The wasteland is a post-apocalyptic mess as the sole survivor wanders out about to leave the rest. Nuclear explosions sending out the gamma rays from deep within the core, frozen atomic waves. From deep within the core, frozen atomic waves.
Hello and welcome to the 519th edition of the Fallout Feed. I am Andrew, joined by a flock of my favorite Fallout folks tonight. I've got Jess. What's up, Jess?
Hey, Andrew. Greets, everybody.
And also Ray. What's up, Ray?
Hello, hello.
Tonight on the show, we will go over some gameplay off the top as per usual, how you spell that word. And we got some game time. I'm not sure I did it correctly, but we're going to do a wowie. Which one was it anyway? Name that tune. It's not like, oh, listen to the song and tell me in how many notes you can name it. We're going to twist it a little bit and then see which song you guys can come up with. Iguana Bits. Lots of juicy stuff, it looks like, tonight. So a good little dose. We're going to squeeze that lizard.
Yep.
Get some good juice out of that lizard.
It's some lean meat. It's some lean meat, fat-free, but I still got a lot of it, so it'll go down easy.
We'll toss her in the grinder, get some good iguana bits out. And do you get bits from grind? No. Bits are chopped, right? Chopped iguana, probably.
Bits are generally chopped, yes, unless they're reconstituted like McNuggets and pink slime, but let's not think about that.
Ooh, pink slime, yay. And then, a couple of shouts on our way out the door. So I think the shouts are all in some other language, too. So we will go ahead and kick it off, see what everyone's getting into. Say, hey, Jess, did you get a chance to play any video games this week?
I did, but my video game play is kind of thin this week. Did I keep playing the games I was playing last week? Yeah, I played a bit of Against the Storm. Beavers are doing beaver things still. I'm unlocking, I think I had just unlocked the foxes. Turns out foxes are pretty cool. I'm liking them. Getting some.
What advanced skills do they provide above?
They are really good at forest stuff. So, like, you can put them down in little foxholes and make them do foresty things.
Yeah, and aren't they orators?
Orators?
Yeah.
Remind me, is that a speaker?
Yeah.
Someone who
because everybody wants to know. What does the fox say?
What does the fox say? Oh my God. Perfect, Andrew. Ray, I completely forgotten about that song, and I imagine almost everybody listening had too. So you're welcome for that brainworm back. But it's still doing that. Hobbits, I hardly touched Hobbits, so I've still barely played, which is disappointing. But I just didn't have the urge. The fact that some of the reviews have come back on a lot of about it, like I want to play, created the character. I started wandering the Shire. I probably will this week, but this past week I didn't do much of that. What I did do, we had a Starfield update. This past week.
Nice. What happened?
Yeah. Well, very little. It was, it was more like fixes and let's make this work better. And let's work better with this resolution and, like little fixes and stuff like that. But it had the fun side effect of breaking some mods like it does, especially script extender stuff, for a day or two till that was updated. Right? It was only like 2 or 3 days this week, right?
I have not been playing Starfield, so I kind of missed that one.
Didn't even really touch you.
No, but yeah, it's usually just a couple of, either 2 or 3 days at the most. And then all of the updates, for the mods that need to be updated, came through. But it is always, aggravating to the PC players when you get these, ticky-tack updates that don't really do anything, probably fix things that your mods already did. And then you have to go through the hassle of, getting everything updated before you play again. So
There always is. And I heard from some people that it was actually causing trouble. Like after the update, some of their Xbox mods had uninstalled themselves, the creations, even through the Bethesda.net. Mm-hmm. But I logged in And my creations were still there, but some of them needed updates. Like none of them uninstalled themselves. I ran the updates, I shut down, I restarted, I got all that and made sure my Starfield was running. So I went and did some maintenance, checked out a few new creations. There are some cool stuff. There's a new, not official mod, but new verified creation called, I want to say Bright Side. So I've got that installed and a few other things. Colony 1 had a big update. A few other mods have had updates, so that was cool. Also, Rando says, but what does the axolotl say?
The axolotl says, "Don't eat me. Don't eat me, Rando. Don't eat me, John. Hashtag no snacksolotl."
And what does the striped axolotl say?
I believe the striped axolotl probably says the same thing. Don't eat any axolotls. They do not want it.
Just in different pajamas.
Solior says his weren't uninstalled either, but some were disabled. So yeah, I think it depends on the mods. Like I think some just auto disabled because of the changes. But overall, it runs fine. There have been some decent new creations over the last little bit. So I didn't play a ton of Starfield, just enough to make sure things were working. Get some fresh photos, the good stuff. Contemplate what I really want to do. I need to do another full Starfield run, but we've got other stuff happening. And
it's just to say that Bethesda is punishing you guys for having the gall to believe that they did not create an already perfect game, and you're trying to correct their game for it. They're going to get to it. Quit your modding. Relax. They've created a good game. You just got to be patient. They'll fix it in 10 years or so.
That's why, like my Fallout 4 and my Skyrim are locked. So they can do all the updates they want to their game, but my game stays exactly the same.
It's not touching your game. Can you lock Starfield in the same manner?
Yeah, I could.
I've never done that yet, though.
No.
Nope.
But
will you now?
No.
Not anytime soon, but it'll be a little bit. It's sounding more and more like it's going to be a bit before we get the next big expansion that we had originally were thinking this fall, and then it didn't show up at E3 or not E3 at Summer Game Fest. And so we're like, they'll hopefully talk about it at Gamescom. And maybe they will talk about it at Gamescom. Maybe they'll talk about what's happening. But it's looking more and more like rumors. Rumors are saying not till early next year coming to PlayStation, getting that update, getting the next expansion, whatever it's going to be.
What was the time span between game release and the first DLC release?
Exactly 1 year. Well, 1 year and like 3 weeks, if we're going to be exact. But yeah. And
we're coming up on which anniversary of Starfield?
Coming up on the second anniversary.
So
the official release date,
is that why, or did they give us some inclination that
was September 6th? So we were thinking, it's going to be basically once a year. Like Todd said, he was hoping to do a decent expansion every year. He said in interviews, and so the first one came September 30th. So that was basically a year after the original launch, and then we figured the next one September as well, maybe September, October, something like that. But no, that is not, as far as we know, not happening because it hasn't been announced yet. So maybe we're going to find out at Gamescom or sometime soon that, it actually is coming this September. It is coming this October, but we don't know. So.
On September 1st, you're going to wake up with a new game in your console. He's going to drop it like a Beyonce album right on your lap,
Drop it like an Oblivion remakester.
Yeah. Right on you. You didn't even know it's happening.
Don't mind if I do. But the only other thing happening, Fallout 76 has been having Fashnacht going on, and I just want to shout out to some of our crew. A lot of people getting their new masks. A lot of the new glowing masks we talked about. The only official new mask is the corn cob mask, and then a glowing variation of it, which I heard someone call Drunk SpongeBob. Was that you and Dawn, Sillior? Our friend Dawn, sassy lady who's been on with us, Sillior, joking about Drunk SpongeBob mask.
They are pretty wacky looking.
They are pretty wacky looking. He absorbed something. It might be a lot of alcohol. But we've also got glowing versions of the owl, the skull, the sun. Dwight was saying he wanted a glowing owl. I know some people in our crew have gotten one. I don't know if Dwight has, but looks awesome. I really like the glowing owl. It's cool. But what did I get? Jack muffins. I have not got any new berets. I have not gotten any new masks. I've gotten witches and stuff I didn't care about because I've only marched like 3 times this week. I have not been participating in this Fashnacht much at all. So
How many berets are in the collection now?
Oh, I can't count that high.
Have you ever thrown any away?
I've given berets away.
But
that's
you've never
not thrown away.
You've never offloaded weight. Like, do they weigh what, 0.1? How much do they weigh?
They don't weigh much. They don't weigh much, but they do weigh something. And yeah, no, I've got huge stocks. Honestly, I think last time I kind of semi-counted, I only had 300.
I forgot they just list them out in a vertical order. They don't bunch the problem. Them either. They don't stack. Holy shit.
That is why it is actually hell on my stash box, my clothing. Because if I want to wear anything under an F, like below the Fs alphabetically, I gotta scroll and
good
scroll.
Lord.
When everything on your hit boy says Fashnacht Bray, you can't even tell it's moving except that it blinks ever so slightly on the edges.
Let's see. Can we rename stuff? It's like, so you have to rename anything you want to access above an F, so you don't have to scroll through that list.
You can't in 76. So no, and I have just as many on PC. Maybe not quite as many, but I have a lot. But I don't have as much stuff on PC in general. I've had kind people donate lots of berets to me over there. I would never say no. I couldn't say no. I'm still trying to corner the market, Actually,
corner the market.
I just say
you've got it cornered? No, you're not just getting the corner. You got the whole goddamn neighborhood.
Well, no, because they were getting too common. People like, oh, I give another beret. Like they're like opening their boxes of Fruitios and sugar bombs and like their berets inside. But this year, with the reworking of the drop percentage, berets aren't dropping as much. People are like, singing like Joni Mitchell. They don't know what they got till it's gone. They're missing those berets. And guess who's got them?
Just meet the new player. The new player's like, oh, where'd you get that beret? So fancy.
Oh, I love it. I cannot wait for that to happen again. In my dreams. But no, I love them. So I'm doing fine on berets. And I haven't done many parades at all. But it's happening. It's fun. It's great seeing people as always. Got a lot of our friends, Ash and Rando and Celior, sharing pictures on social media of their new masks and stuff like that. Glowing robots, all the good stuff.
Is it a 2-week? I feel like we've been on it a
2-week
while.
event again.
Okay.
Yep, we're going to be going on. I mean, it's going to end this week coming up, right? I believe it's done August 12th. That's this Tuesday. So that's it for my gameplay, though. I'm just still playing non-Fallout games. And, but I am itching. I'm itching for that Fallout 4 playthrough. I'm itching for lots of things. There's not enough time. Sometimes that's what keeps you from starting a new game is when you've got too many choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paralysis by decision.
I played a few other things this week, but nothing anybody would really care about. Cleaning up that backlog.
Very cool.
You guys?
I did have one question for you before we move on. You mentioned something about how you didn't want to play the Shire game much this week, and then directly after, there's comment about how lots of bad reviews had just poured in over this week. Does that ever affect your desire to play or opinion of a game when just a ton of negative stuff? Do you sort of reform your opinion as stuff rolls in?
Oh, it's interesting because that we've talked many times about how there's a significant section of YouTube that just likes to kind of pan things with negativity. And there are some people who will poo-poo most anything, and a lot of mine and others, people that we know favorite games or games we love have received a lot of hate, starting with 76. And while that's certainly turned around, it's out there happening. It's happening with Starfield a bit. Even now, 76 can't completely shake their reputation. And yeah, like Chad's saying, it gets exhausting, right? But when it comes to actual reviews from critics, and I know some people would say, oh, I care about user scores way more than critics. And I get that. But there are critics that I like and tend to agree with. And if I see a number of people that I like, who are all kind of panicking game. It's not going to stop me from trying it ever, but it may reduce my excitement and eagerness and need to, oh, I'm hype. I want to do this right away, to like, I'll do it when I get to it. And here's the other thing. Remember, I did play the first hour and a half of the game or so, and I myself had that first hour and a half kind of pull like, okay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't all that. So I played enough to know myself too. It's like the combination of the two things in this case. Whereas, well, the first hour and a half of Fallout 76 was like the best hour and a half of my life. You know, the first hour and a half of Starfield, I'm like, holy hell, what is this? I love this game. So a lot of times, in the first hour or two anyway, even if it takes the kind of games we play 10 hours to really get into things sometimes.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. Oh, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Stop it.
Uh-oh. Stop the press.
Rando says he saw someone say Fallout Shelter sucked the other day. The nerve.
Oh, okay, let me see. Timestamp, edit, show, erase all comments.
We cannot even have that. We cannot even have that whispered on the show.
No. This is a propaganda-free show, so only good things will be said.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. But, I mean, it's like it said, it continues to this day. Slimy in chat says, I mentioned to someone I'm playing Fallout 76, and they made the face.
Oh, how
the
dare.
face.
Yeah, I remember after 76 had come out when our opinions were still, oh, this game is awesome, even though everyone else thinks it sucks, but this is just like an empty wasteland, like nothing in it. Back in that era, I was wearing a Fallout 76 t-shirt in the grocery store, and some guy was like, doesn't that game suck? I said, no, I really like it. He said, ew.
Ew.
It's just like,
seriously.
What the fuck do you know,
They
man?
just don't know.
You haven't even played it. It's obvious you haven't even played it, and your opinion is that formed already? Like, that's really gross.
There's so much of that. Yeah, that is the ew. That is the ew, letting the cultural zeitgeist determine your opinion.
Yeah.
We can't deny that it can have an effect, whether a strong one or a slight one on people. But no, dude, not you.
Well, I don't play games like anybody else plays games, so I never pay attention to what they say because it's completely irrelevant to me. So,
well,
So
is there no? There's got to be one reviewer who out there, either YouTuber review, maybe not official like employee at Game Fac, but like what? There's got to be some sort of reviewer or someone who like you tend to agree with their viewpoints on games and such. I mean, you had a ton of YouTubers you watch, Gopher and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people I'll watch, but
no one affects your opinion.
Has no impact on me.
So if Gopher
personally.
said, "Oh, I like this new game," that's not going to influence you to go try a new game.
No, if it's a game that he's looking at that he thinks he likes, I probably already know about it, and already have my own opinion about it.
So where do you find out these things? Are you do you read game news frequently, or what's your source of all of? Oh, I know about these new games, and I know about this before Gopher and stuff.
Most of it's just
YouTube.
getting advertised to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hanging out around all of us. The advertisements that pop up.
Yeah, when Steam is bad. They definitely push games. A lot. So, you see a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I saw an ad that, piqued my interest momentarily, but then, I'm not certain about it. It's, oh crap. No, I can't remember. But it's like a 3D, I think it's called The Arena. It looks like a 3D, Fallout Shelter.
Okay.
So it's a 3D game, but it's constructed a lot like a Fallout Shelter.
Fun.
But it didn't really catch my eye, so I don't think I'll try it, but you never know. But yeah, so it's, I'm looking for different things in games than most
So
people.
it's and it's not that you're going out looking for all news. Then it's like you can't avoid it. Actually,
right.
Okay.
Oh yeah. As much as I try, I can't avoid it. So, I do need to get back into Starfield, and if Jess hadn't messed me up last week, I probably would have played Starfield this week.
But I messed you up.
Oh, you messed me up bad.
Oh, right. Talking about another build idea. Well, we'll get there. In fact, I think we got to get there now. What do you think, Andrew? Hear about some of these games he plays his own way.
Well, I think we should dilly-dally and drag feet and tell more stories and reminisce and chit-chat some more. How about that? Ray, what you get into this week?
Yeah, but I do need to wrap up Watchtower. So
that's true. Yeah, if you haven't finished your goals in that yet, or the story yet, that makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, and I'm still working on Phantom Liberty. In
right,
Cyberpunk.
You got that Cyberpunk playthrough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Phantom Liberty Prime.
Yeah. And Skyrim. I've got a crafting character that I'm playing right now. But last week we started talking about the Gamma Gun, and
yeah,
I poo-pooed the idea that it just wouldn't work as a build because but then I started looking into it, and thought, okay, well, there's some stuff here that looks like you might be able to make it work, and so I started my my Gamma Gun build after the show. And man, it's rough.
What's that look like?
Oh, is it rough?
Science, I assume.
So you can't put the modifications onto a Gamma Gun that lets it kill radiation resistant creatures like super mutants and ghouls and all that stuff.
That being the toughest part, yeah.
Until you get to I after I started, I realized that, oh look, you can't do this until you have nuclear physicist level 3,
which is probably level 49 or something.
It's a little earlier than that, but still, it's a long way off.
Like 9 intelligence and level 23. Geez.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty high.
The 9 intelligence is not a big deal. So I made a character that was, heavy on, perception, endurance, and intelligence. And so it hasn't been a particularly hard character to play, mainly because I let myself use armor. But you just have to.
That is not a rule you have to use from now on forever, Ray. Come on, that's just one character.
But it's been a grind. So
is there a mod that lets you skip the first 22 levels and gives you all the experience points and stuff? You can just hop right to it instead of playing those 23 levels.
Yeah, but that never really is any fun.
Okay.
It's much better to grind it out and then moan and groan and blame it on Jess.
Yeah, exactly. People love to do that.
So I finally today got my Magic Pants. No, that was my Oblivion build.
Magic Pants.
So I finally got my first Gamma Gun, which was no small feat. So I think I'm level 15. And I went to the Kingsport Lighthouse and snuck up on one of the children of Adam there. And there's one that's on a boat by themselves.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so I was able to sneak up on them past the ones that were up on the dock above them, take them out, get their gamma gun and then run like a, you know,
Was
like
it an
a
adventure
small
getting
child.
over to the lighthouse too? Like, what kind of build are you taking on your way to get there? Are you just like prepping the perks you're going to need
Yeah.
once
So
you get the gamma
yeah.
gun?
So, you know, of course, gunslinger, science, um, so demo expert,
Yep.
because you get to add explosives to it later.
Nice.
I took ghoulish.
Good choice. Good choice. In case you get into that splashback radiation.
Yeah. Um, and then, you know, from there, just nuclear physicist and science. So,
Good plan. And is it the explosive and using demolition expert that will allow you to kind of make it semi-effective against radiated creatures too, like
Yeah.
or radiation-resistant creatures?
yeah. Um, so I'll eventually get it there, maybe if I can stick it out.
Mm-hmm.
So, my next stop is Far Harbor. So I hit the lighthouse. Then I'll keep going north from there up to the Nakanos. That you can do their quest without ever dealing with Nick. And you know, I did. You know, this was a classic playthrough, so Preston and the gang are still sitting in the museum.
It's tradition. It's tradition in your game.
Classic for Ray. Not
Yes.
most people save them, Ray.
Yeah, well, you know, I did save them technically. I killed all the raiders.
Killed all the raiders, and you fucked
I
off.
went up and talked to them. Hey, you know, you guys hang tight. I'm going to take this bobblehead.
Exactly. Well, I'm here. You know, don't mind me.
And you know, I'll deal with all the raiders outside too.
Quick
You know,
aside.
I just didn't go back to tell them it was all clear.
Quick aside on the perception bobblehead. I recently grabbed it from them. Went to put it in my stash. It says it's a quest item. Cannot be stored.
What?
Why is it a quest item? Why do I have to do something with them before it?
No,
It can't be stored.
I've run in, taken it, and as you're heading out the door, they're like, "Oh yeah, sure, great, just leave, don't talk to us."
They actually say
Yeah.
that. That's hilarious.
I do find that to be odd. I don't know that I've had that happen either.
Okay, I'll try it
Yeah.
again. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood, but I tried to put it in my
Yeah, because
the red
it's on my
workbench thing.
bobblehead rack as we speak.
Yep. Shouldn't be a quest item unless you've got something causing trouble.
I shouldn't. I'm not running any mods besides that survival tent thing, so interesting. Okay, sorry. Aside over.
I know.
But what prompted the whole thing there, Ray, was the irradiated minigun that Calm Horizons had got, you know, and
Right.
how that was going to work and maybe be super effective with the melty radiation damage. Now you're doing gamma gun, which again I think it can be effective, and you're gonna prove it or not.
Mhm.
Are you going for Lorenzo's artifact sooner than later too, or?
Yeah. So I'll do that. That I want to get up to Far Harbor because there's a campground that you can go to and pick up a radium rifle. So I'm going to grab one of those. I didn't do rifleman, just gunslinger, but just to have a gun that'll actually kill things is going to be handy.
Otherwise, you're just running.
Yeah. So, and then once I do that, then I'll go do now, you know, since I've got the gamma gun now, I'll go do Lorenzo's quest. And this is going to be a hard one for me because I always rescue Lorenzo. So
we all have to
it'll
make
be
sacrifices at some
interesting
point.
to see if I can, you know, if I can grit my teeth and
Muscle memory, you know.
pull that
Yep.
lever and blast him, but it's for science. So
Literally.
yeah, but yeah, so it's been okay. It's not a weak build. You know, just it's a pistol build for right now. It's just unfortunate that you have to spend so much of the game without your primary weapon. So
Right.
it,
You're all building towards something as opposed to, leveling up something you have.
yeah. So, and it's not uncommon for me to, run out of gas on those type of builds. I find that with Skyrim too. If you've got a build that requires you get certain things at a high level. I very rarely make it that far before
I was going to say,
I see some other shiny thing over here that I'm going to do.
You may run out of gas or simply just achieving it and then you're done. You're like, once you get there, instead of actually enjoying the fruits of your labors, you're like, okay, this works for an hour, and then you're done.
Yeah. But
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. So I've got to do, I got to go pick up that. I've got to go back and do the Cabot quest, which fortunately is almost all humans. So I'll be able to use my gamma gun.
Nice.
I've been stockpiling gamma rounds, which are not cheap. So right now with my, because I've dumped all my points into intelligence and perception and endurance, I've got charisma 1.
Oh no.
So gamma rounds cost me, once I put on my, my fancy hat and my, big white glasses.
Yep.
And my 3-piece suit.
And chug yourself a good, beverage.
Yeah. I'm paying 26 caps a round.
Wow. Got to start investing early. Everyone you shoot is gonna hurt.
Yeah. I'll be telling them this is hurting me as much as it hurts you. So, but it's, it's always fun to play around in Fallout 4. And it's, at this point, I have so many things that are just so locked into the way that I play it. It's fun to try to find different ways to do things rather than the way I always do them, except for Preston. It's always more fun to leave him there than it is to do something different and have him roam around and
denied.
Because at this point, Sanctuary is a water farm.
Oh, okay. Any particular reason? Just in order to make money to buy gamma rounds?
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's fair. I mean, all Preston does is start mall walking around Sanctuary like day and night. So
yeah,
he can hang out and be.
But they consume resources.
Oh no, you can't have that.
No.
You're Nestle. The water's for selling, not for drinking.
Exactly.
No. The water is now for cooling servers.
Oh, that too.
No more drinking.
But yeah, so I had a weird glitch with oh shoot, now I forgot his name. The guy in Diamond City that you give the Nuka-Cola to.
Oh, Sheffield?
Sheffield, yeah. I gave him a Nuka-Cola, and then I went to talk to him, and I said, hey, how'd you like to come work in my settlement?
Right.
And he was in the process of walking away because it had just turned 8:00. And so all the vendors were going away and he was walking away. And so I was never able to get him to go back to Sanctuary. And then I thought, well, that's really a blessing in disguise because he's going to drink a bottle of water a day for sure.
He would. He thinks it's all about Nuka-Cola, but he needs the water.
Yeah. So.
And how much is one bottle of water worth?
I think it's like 3 caps.
3 caps, and
maybe more.
You said one gamma round cost
26.
26. Okay.
Even once he rizzes them up, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of water.
Yeah,
that's
but,
crazy. Yeah.
You know, then the other annoying thing about having, you know, Preston and crew, you know, even though I always build the 5 beds in the, you know, one of the empty houses. Marcy always sleeps in my bed. You
can assign beds, right? Can't you assign people to beds?
I don't think so.
I thought
could. You can try. Yeah, you can try. But no, Marcy was made to be a provisioner anyway. You know, she can ram the roads and think about what she's done.
So if you go into build mode,
that takes too much charisma.
If you go into build mode and highlight it, doesn't it tell you if it's white, someone has claimed it, and if it's red, no one has claimed the bed? Can't you assign?
Yeah, you can assign in build mode, just like you assign her to a job.
I thought you could. Try that, Ray. See if you can assign her to a different bed. Get that bitch out of your bed, Ray. Protect your bed, man.
Just leave them in the museum. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about her bitching.
Go check my fucking bed, Marcy.
Have sad conversations with June.
You just need to have June take her out on a date so they can finally get over this
Mama
bullshit.
Murphy's not always hassling you for drugs.
No, but come on. Who can blame her?
And, you know.
Do you see the world she's living in, Ray?
That constant hammering.
Oh, God, the hammering. The hammering. It never stops.
Sturgis never stops typing either.
Yep. Yeah, Sturgis he just loves banging things all day, all night.
So, well, you know, it's all good at this point. So I did have, you know, there's been a few kind of odd things. So when I went to the railroad and they wanted me to set up Mercer's safe house, you know, if you haven't already claimed, you know, the camp over there with Dr. Feelgood, Sunshine Tidings.
Yep.
That's where they, you know, have you build Mercer Safe House. Well, I haven't been to Sunshine Tidings, and they had me build it at Hangman's Alley.
Really? Yeah. I mean, I know they can choose from a couple different locations, right? Usually one you haven't done yet.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
Yeah. So at this point, Sanctuary is the only workbench I've claimed. So I didn't do, I you know, took all the stuff that was loose around Red Rocket, but I didn't claim that workbench. And I cleared out I had already cleared out the Raiders at Hangman's Alley just because they were there. And
just like Everest.
So that made that really easy because I just claimed the workbench and built 2 turrets.
They hadn't replenished yet.
No.
Nice.
So
that takes forever in Fallout 4. I always forget how long that takes.
Yeah,
28 days or something? I forget what it is.
Yeah. So, it's been fun. It's you know, so far the only real big problem I had was doing the Medford Clinic, getting rid of all those super mutants in order to
that's tough.
Work on the ballistic weave.
Yeah, that can be. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
They will gang up on you. Awesome.
Yeah, fortunately, I've gotten a couple of levels of demo expert. So right now I'm checking a lot of grenades and Molotovs.
Use the skills you're building. No, that makes good sense. That's a good strategy to get around it. Cool. So that's your.
I was disappointed that at the junkyard the children of Adam did not have any nuka grenades on them. So that's always a crapshoot. But, you know, of course, when you want one, you don't get one. So.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, it's been, pretty straightforward.
Any other gameplay?
No, it's mostly just been palletarium building. That baby's in the house now, and so I've got my land area built in and starting to put in plants. And I just placed a plant order today for some more stuff. So things I couldn't find locally at my favorite garden shops. So
do you have to let the plants take root for a certain amount of time before you can like introduce the water or not? I mean, all the features and animals and stuff to it.
Yeah, the biggest thing is that the plants have to adjust to having so much water. It's that's kind of a slow process. Most plants
absorb from the soil, right? Yeah.
At the nurseries to grow, in soil that will dry out and then be watered. I need to get them used to living in moss and being wet all the time.
What's that process like?
It's just,
how do you train the root system or whatever?
you introduce them into the system, so that they're getting watered all the time, and then you just take out the ones that don't make it.
That makes sense. I just want to say, I mean, you shared the paludarium in our pets section on the Discord the other day. It's looking fancier and fancier. We got some plants growing now, definitely. Also want to shout out to the cute little dogs in there. I didn't see, but Juan shared his Frenchie, and the collar says, "I'm special" on it. I love it. I didn't notice that before. Yeah, Pixel Louise there. So yours. Sorry, distracted by dogs. But the paludarium looks good.
Thanks. Yeah, it's definitely coming along. So.
Is that an orchid you have there in the middle?
No, it's called a curcumin or something like that. It's in the family with turmeric and ginger.
You can eat it.
You can. It's one of those Asian medicine things. So, but I'm not going to.
No, it's for lizards to eat.
So, but it was some new plant they were featuring at Home Depot, and I thought they looked cool, so I'm like, I'll give it a try. We'll see if it survives.
That's always experimenting. That's the way to do it.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah, just take out the dead shit.
Yeah, because it happens. I mean, stuff doesn't make it. Stuff doesn't take hold. Doesn't like being, drowned. The thing is that it's kind of like a switch. Once it flips, and they get used to it, then they just go absolutely berserk. And like right now, I usually cut out about 3 pounds of vegetation a month out of the big palletarium, and that's established in the living room.
The one you already have. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because it completely fills them in with vegetation, so the froggies don't have anywhere to jump.
Like a rainforest in there.
Yep. Just like.
Sweet. Any other gameplay there, Ray?
No, that was it.
Alrighty, then mine'll be pretty quick. Ray, I thought that I had come up with a brilliant idea to solve your gamma round issue. Because my gameplay this week is I started a brand new Fallout 4 survival character, which mimics almost exactly the other character that I was making, and I got them all the way back up to the same point, but the only thing I added was let's see. There was something I needed for the ammunition factory, It was you need science and I forget what the other thing is. But I didn't have the other thing, I don't think. I didn't have the intelligence to get up to whatever the other aspect is. Okay, whatever. Not being very helpful. So anyway, I rebuilt my character.
I don't know. I mean, I think you need level... Oh, wait, no. I'm thinking 76. You need to hit level 50 to get it in 76.
Yeah.
But you're talking a perk you need in Fallout 4.
Yeah, Fallout 4. There was a perk above science. I forget what it was. Oh, it was gun nut and science I think you needed, and I didn't have science on the other character, maybe. If that is true. So then I sort of rebuilt the character and bumped up my intelligence or whichever, and collected the science. So I am now doing the ammo factory thing up in Sanctuary, and it was amazing because the previous character, like, I was doing the thing where I was, running around and like exploring and like going to random locations, and it took me a week to get to level 7. On Saturday morning, I got to level 7 with my other character who had science and everything, just because I went and grabbed stuff and started building everything immediately. And I think at least early on, especially in survival mode, way easier to level up just by just hanging out in camp and building shit. I think we proved that in previous games. But anyway, Ray, I was thinking, oh man, Ray just needs to invest in an ammo factory and get his gamma rounds that way. It'd be so much cheaper. You just got to look up what it's going to be, fertilizer, some sort of, I don't know. It won't be a big deal at all. And I googled it. It's one of the only uncraftable ammunitions in the game.
Right. Yeah.
They refuse to let you get this ammunition in an efficient, cheap way.
Yeah.
But so that is my big Saturday last week. My big gaming was Fallout 4, setting up the ammunition factory, and now I need to find fertilizer and lead because I just want to pump out a bunch of rounds. Lead is going to be an issue, right? Because survival mode, my strength is low as shit. I can't carry much, right? So I'm going to carry like one dumbbell without fast travel back and forth, like delivering one dumbbell at a time between all the different gyms around town, right?
A lot of it's dumbbells and barbells. I mean, besides that, there's like pencils, which doesn't give you much.
Pencils
Batteries.
gives you like one piece of, and that's fucking graphite. Come on, Fallout.
Just go. They gotta give you something to get the lead out. But no, I mean, your best bet is probably going to Bunker Hill and trying to buy it in bulk if you can, right?
Yeah.
Get a shipment.
Yeah. I haven't even gotten close to sniffing that edge of the map yet. It's like,
yeah. Yeah. The other thing I've seen is, build the lunchbox machine. So you manufacture lunchboxes.
Uh-huh.
And then when you open the lunchboxes,
yeah,
they'll have like plastic
a
forks.
red ball.
But oftentimes they'll have pencils.
Oh, okay. So you steal the lead from the pencils.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So-
You've already been to the Galleria, right? The General Atomics Galleria there, up on the north side of the map.
I haven't even gotten that far yet. I went and got Lucy's locket. That's as far as I've been that direction.
Well, that's actually, that's only, you're already halfway there from Sanctuary almost. It's not
close.
That far from Sanctuary, yeah.
So,
especially if you end up
fighting
Boomer and taking over.
I can't be Boomer yet. Are you crazy?
Just a lot of dodging, a lot of running. No, but it's Madden's gym. There's a gym there at the General Atomics Galleria.
The General Atomics Galleria. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Awesome.
Tons of weights.
Yeah, so it's just fertilizer and lead. And fertilizer, I've heard, let's see. I was thinking, I'll just build a Brahmin collector. I was like, fuck, that's a 76 thing too. God damn it.
No, there's a Brahmin trough.
Right.
It's in the miscellaneous, the food and water tab.
Right. That's the thing. But how do you get the Brahmin to your camp?
It just shows
just build it.
Yeah, build
it. Just one, or does a few show up
like
per?
Like a settler radio. No, it's one per.
It's one per. Okay. Because I read somewhere about the recruitment beacon for settlers that if you build a trough, when a settler comes in, that'll also bring in a new Brahmin. So I didn't know if you also had to have the settler recruitment beacon, or if only the Brahmin trough will then start recruiting Brahmin. Like,
I'll be able to tell you next week.
All right, so check into that for me.
I just built a Brahmin trough and I don't have a beacon.
Okay, because I built 3 troughs, but I do have a beacon up. So I was test that out for me.
And then the only vendor that has lead shipments is Clio at Good Neighbor.
Why would they do that? God
because
damn!
They hate you.
It's on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
And not that I can afford a shipment of anything anyway. I've got like 18 caps to my name, and without a loaded charisma like you, Ray, a shipment of lead is gonna be like they're gonna ring me.
They are gonna ring you.
Yeah.
2,000 caps. What?
Yeah. My charisma is only 5. I get 2 from the suit, 1 from the glasses, 1 from the hat, and I have 1. So.
Where's the charisma bobblehead?
That is Cabot. So I will get.
So you're going to get that soon. Well, I don't know soon, but yeah, you will get that eventually.
Yeah.
Cool. So that was my Saturday. I built my new character. Her name is Factory. Get it? Ammunition Factory. Factrie, Factory. But she, I just built her.
You're starting to name characters like I do.
That was her purpose more than her name. Yeah. So,
my character's name is Rad Rat Ray.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Rolls a tear. Yeah, I just wanted to play with the Ammunition Factory and all that contraption stuff. Like, do you remember there's like a marble ball track and stuff? Like,
yeah.
What the fuck is that for? So I'm gonna play around and see. I remember trying to set up like a ball track with like the triggers to set off fireworks down a mountainside and stuff. I could never get that shit to work. So I was
the Rube Goldberg DLC. Yeah. Yep. But you can't build a better mousetrap. Doesn't work so great. You can do something.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna play with it, see if I can figure out some fun stuff. Because I never really explored that a ton. Just like, oh, I built this, but it didn't work. Meh. I didn't really put much effort into it.
Yeah. I built it and it didn't do any, it had no game benefit. So that was the last time I ever did that.
Well, it needs to be like a raider approaches your camp, starts silver ball rolling, and defenses kick off. Like, I don't know. So anyway, after I did that on Saturday, I did not play any more Fallout for the rest of the week. I was out with the dogs in the backyard on Saturday afternoon last week, and
we got new dogs too. We need pictures on the pet part of the Discord.
Picture puppies.
A reminder. Go on.
And we would just gone on our walk, and put them on their lines in the backyard to let them run around a little bit. And I was just sitting there in the chair and flipping around my phone. I was just like, maybe I'll just dig around and let's see what's happening. And I haven't played Minecraft in forever. So I fired it. It was like Minecraft is still on my phone. I was like, wow, okay. Still on here. I haven't played it in, good Lord, a long time. So I, fired it up. It's on my phone. Started digging around and stuff. Get logged in on my account. It says, logged in the Android. I was like, wait a second. That's my Microsoft name. Okay. So my phone is connected to my Microsoft account.
Yep. Minecraft is owned by Xbox, Microsoft.
So I thought, ooh, can I open this same world that I'm playing on my phone on my Xbox? I was like, wait a second, this might... So I went down and checked it out. I couldn't figure out how to do that, but just started in a whole new world anyway, so I've been playing it.
But you can there's 2 versions of Minecraft. There's like Java and Bedrock.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah, I remember.
it can be a little funky, but there is a way you can absolutely play the same world on both. I'm pretty sure. But you
Yeah.
started it up and you found
I
the
started
Fallout
it up.
mashup pack again.
Yeah, I was looking through all of my different options, and I was like, the Fallout mashup pack, and I was like, oh, yeah, let's play with this a little bit. So I popped that on, and just it's so fucking cool. Just like it has all the famous like Fallout locations in just like this tight little area around the map. So I built a camp, Ray. You'll be so proud. Right under the USS Constitution. There's a big
Beautiful.
floating ship in the sky, and it looks like they're having a ship battle because the Pridwin is also floating right nearby. So
yeah.
it looks like the Pridwin and the USS Constitution are. Yeah, but so there's the Capitol building is right there. I just found a little plot that had some stuff sitting around. I was like, oh, this looks like a good place to sort of just set up a base camp, and then I just dug an angle straight fucking down as far as I could go to bedrock, and now I'm just digging. I put on the Nick skin, so I've got the robot face and like a little hat and stuff. He's got a trench coat on.
I will never forget when Frater and I first discovered the Institute in the Minecraft world, and just blown away that they had actually put the Institute under the map there.
Let's see.
Yeah, we were in there exploring.
It's under something.
Huge.
Let's see. Is it under?
If you just go like halfway between. If you go halfway between where the first red rocket is and where they have Megaton, halfway between in that area there and dig down, you should find it.
I remember, yeah. Now that you mentioned that, I totally remember finding that the first time. That's insane. And as you approach, you break the last ball and the music starts. You're like, what? And then you hear the Institute music.
It's so cool.
Just
I love that mashup pit thing.
So
I'm glad
fun.
you're doing it again.
And then I contacted Sherry and I'm like, hey Sherry, is our realm still around? Because I saw that she made a comment with Michael earlier this year. I think they were talking about the realm. And so I poked my head and I was like, hey guys, is that realm still around? I haven't heard anyone reply yet, but oh man. I remember we all spent a shit ton of time in that Minecraft realm when that was
absolutely
first
announced. Yeah, like we joke about. I mean, that's kind of when I first started talking to everybody as opposed to just in the Facebook group, because before that it was just on Facebook. So yeah, good times.
Thank you, Minecraft.
I actually still have a copy of the map I made. I mean, I did a couple. I actually did a map in-game, but here's what I drew of where all the locations are for stuff on the main continent. I just dropped it in Discord. I still have a little pen map I drew.
I'm going to download this shit. Where'd you put it? In the Minecraft part?
It's right in the live chat channel where we're going, yeah.
I got to snag this map. Oh, come on. That's the best.
It's so bad. I picture little mountains and stuff.
I love that.
It's like a fantasy map.
It looks like Tolkien's first map. Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, but man, I love that mashup pack too. They did so good with it. Let's be real. They did so good with it. Oh, I even drew a little pic. I wrote Institute with an arrow pointing down, right where I was telling you to drop through. So yeah, there we go. Oh, and you recognize the places now too because they've got Vault City there from Fallout 2, which you didn't know, but they've got the Cathedral from Fallout 1.
Oh, there. Right. So there'll be more references that I might get now.
Yeah. They got the Museum of History. They've got
arrow
Shady
to a
Sands.
Yowguai. Do they have bears in Fallout? I didn't know. Or in Minecraft, you have an arrow on the left side to a Yowguai.
No, I'm a dork. So you know how they've got here there be dragons? I put Yowguais on the edge of the map.
Oh, I see.
But if you take a look, if you look at the very top upper left-hand corner,
the boat up there. Yeah.
It's a giddy up Buttercup in a rowboat. You can actually find in the game. So I added him in the water too.
Cutie pie.
But yeah, I mean there might be Yowguai off to the left. There's another continent off to the side.
Throat of the World. They put a Skyrim reference in there.
Oh, no, I just labeled it Throat of the World because it's the tallest mountain there. But I'm a dork.
What's the tallest mountain in the Fallout lore? Is it Black Mountain?
Oh, I mean, Black Mountain would be up there. None of the zones in Fallout 4 are that high. They're just edge of the world. Fallout 3, I mean, the tallest ones are the ones around the Oasis because you can't frickin' find the way to get in at first. But probably by Raven Rock would be the real.
What'd you make this map on, Jess?
I just drew it on a piece of paper and then I kind of
watercolored
watercolored it. Yeah.
You watercolored it? That's beautiful. I love that. So I was going to ask that next. This vaguely kind of looks like the Fallout 4 map land-wise. Are there water barriers on all sides if I go to the extremes of the map?
There will be. Keep in mind, even though it's a realm, a lot of the world around it is still procedurally generated. So
yeah.
I think the central landmass is the same every time. I think this map would apply every time.
Yeah.
But then around it, there's other stuff. But actually, if I remember correctly, there is another huge village on the continent to the west too. But I don't remember what it was supposed to be.
Yeah,
from one of the earlier
bears be here.
But there's so much more in Minecraft now. Not that we want to get people playing Minecraft again, but I mean, they added pigs. They added a lot of stuff in the last several years.
Beautiful.
They had just added fish when we stopped playing. We just played with fish for like a couple months.
And since the movie was a goddamn huge hit, like it is, we thought Minecraft was big 10 years ago. It's just it's an existence now. It's not a game anymore.
It's up there with GTA and Call of Duty as the little engine that could, the game that never stops. It's been in the top 10 for 15 years now.
Amazing. All right, so yeah, that's what I've been doing, just digging around in Minecraft, getting lava, making little lava pools instead of candles, because once you get down deep, ain't no wood down there, ain't no coal in the depths. So making lots of little lava pools for light and stuff, having fun, running around Minecraft. I didn't want any sort of combat and stuff. Put it on easy mode, but I'm in survival mode, so I still need to collect all the items if I want to, build stuff. I don't just have access to everything. Then like Mo likes to play creative mode, so he can just fly around and build whatever he wants. But I like to actually collect the materials that I need to use to build and stuff. But I put it on. So they have different game modes and difficulty levels, I guess. So I put it on the survival game mode, but survival does not imply difficulty level like it does for Fallout, right? It just means you have to collect stuff. So that's what I'm doing.
In Minecraft?
Yeah, in Minecraft. Fallout 4
it also
survival
means you get the creepers. It also means you get the creepers at night and stuff. If you're in creative mode, you don't get all that.
Yeah, right. But you could also slide the difficulty level slider all the way down. And I see some Mo calls them mobs. I didn't know that term.
Oh my gosh, that's so adorable.
Stuff.
Yeah, so mobs come from back in the World of Warcraft days. That's when people first started calling them mobs.
Yeah, I was like, what do you mean? Like a group of people charging me? He's like, no, it's a mob, Dad. I'm like, no, like a group of angry people wielding pitchforks and torches? He's like, no, Dad, a mob. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm so old, you guys.
Yeah, no, that's what they call it. I think I say it started in WoW, but it might have started back in the Mud days even. I think it stands for like mobile enemy. Like a mob is a mobile enemy that can wander.
Mobile. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Funky.
Yeah. So, Minecraft. Let's roll into the rest of the show. See what we've got going on tonight. Looks like it is time for Wowie.
What time is it? Game time!
And again, I'm not sure I'm collecting these Wowie games correctly, but roll with me here, guys. Tonight on Game Time Wowie Edition, we're going to play the Name That Tune edition, but, usually Name That Tune works is I play a few notes of a song and you identify the song by the notes. But no, this week I'm going to just bounce back and forth because it's kind of hard to chime in with how we got this set up here. But I'm just going to say a line from a song. You're just going to tell me the song that it's from.
And
Okay?
then are we going to do the game, or are we just doing the song?
Just tell me the song name. That is the game.
Perfect.
I'm just going to give you a lyric.
Let's go.
Which one was it? Which song was it anyway? Ooh, I should have called it which song.
Wowzy?
Zowie. There you go.
Bill Wowie.
Zwie. Okay. All right. So we'll just bounce back and forth. Jess will let you have honors. Well, we'll take off from a star and the moon is not too far. We'll ride up and glide and be so satisfied. Well, we'll take off from a star and the moon is not too far. We'll ride and glide and be so satisfied.
I recognize the lyric, but I want to say orange-colored sky, but I don't think that's it. I'm just orange-colored sky.
It is not. Ray, would you like to steal? You familiar with that one?
Not in the least.
That is Rock 69, my rocket 69. All right. Over to you, Ray. How about, drinking beer in a cabaret. I was having fun until one night she caught me right, and now I'm on the run. Oh, drinking beer in a cabaret. I was having fun until one night she caught me right. Now I'm on the run.
The run. Okay, I know that one.
Lay that down.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. I mean, I got that, but I can't. I'm not sure what the is. Lay that pistol down.
There you go.
You're getting there.
That's
Pistol
the
packing mama.
There
Mama.
you go.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. You got there. Beautiful. All right, Jess. Oh, thank you for the ding, Jess.
I gotta do the dings.
Back to you. This one. Let's see. Flash, bam, alakazam.
Alakazam.
Wonderful, you came by. Which song is that? Flash, bam, alakazam.
Bam, Alakazam.
Wonderful, you came by.
Wow.
Flash.
How?
Bam.
I could sing along with it.
Wonderful,
What
you
of the
came
do am
by.
I?
Wonderful night, I was so lonely.
That's orange-colored sky.
There you go.
I just didn't want to say it again. Yay me.
And there was much rejoicing.
Yay! All right, Ray, back to you. To my loving arms, through the rain of strontium 90, think about your hero when you're at ground zero.
Okay, so
To my loving arms, through the rain of strontium 90.
crawl
I
out
love
through
that
the
reference.
fallout.
Crawl out through the fallout. Good job, Ray. Nailed it.
Nice.
Nice. All right, Jess, over to you. I roam around.
The Wanderer.
Around. The Wanderer. Very good, Jess. Do you remember that first promo that used the Wanderer as the
For
dog?
Fallout 4?
Yeah.
Oh,
That blew
yeah,
my
that was
goddamn
great.
mind.
Mm-hmm.
It gave me still. I just got goosebumps again. Ray, back to you. Why does the sea rush to shore? 'Cause you don't love me anymore. Why does
I'll give you a
the
hint. It's my favorite song in
go
Fallout,
on
and Will's too.
winding? Why does the sun go to shore? Don't say no.
It's the end of the world.
There you go, Ray. I gotta walk you to it. Jess, back to you. With a Geiger counter in my hand, I'm gonna stake me out some government land.
Uranium Fever.
Absolutely. That's my favorite song on the thing. I love the End of the World and Uranium Fever. Those kill me.
It's so good. Yeah.
So good. Ray, back to you. I just want to start a flame in your heart.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
I don't want to set the world on fire. Very good. Jess, back
But
to you.
you're going to hear a whole lot in the Minecraft Realm mashup because they only play like 4 or 5 songs on repeat from the soundtrack.
I think it's only 2 so far. I had to mute it and put on different music. It is.
It's really the best song ever, but yeah.
Who are we? Were we back to Jess? Or were we on Ray? Who did that last one? Ray did the last one. Jess, on to you. Bingle, bangle, bungle. He's so happy in the jungle. He refused to go.
Bingo, bango, bongo. I don't want to leave the Congo. No, 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 no.
Bingle, bangle, bungle. He's so happy in the jungle. He refused to go.
Isn't that the name of it? Is Bingo, bango, bongo? Or is it just Congo? Civilization.
There you go.
Totally, you're feeding me in chat. I would have got there.
Don't feed.
Excellent.
How dare.
It's all good. We know the song.
Is this the last one? This might be the last one, you guys. I think it is. Yep, last one. Ray, back to you, sure. She's just the way I want her to be. 1,000,000 times hotter than TNT.
Dude, the problem is I just don't know the names of these songs.
You can sing it if you want.
But it isn't
lyrics. Is it Atom Bomb Baby?
It is. Nice. You guys nailed them.
Well played.
There was only one miss that whole thing. You guys did a great job on this week's edition of...
What time is it?
Game Time. Thanks for playing. All right, looks like we are up to our news.
Jessica, to the office, please. Jessica, to the office. Your iguana bits are ready. Please come pick them up.
Fresh from the grinder.
That. Like I said, they're the bits are a little bit lean. They're a little bit fat-free, but we got plenty of them. I just shoved a few more on the stick, and so we're good to go. So, QuakeCon. QuakeCon started yesterday, like I said it would. Have we gotten any news out of QuakeCon? Not a lot, except the one big announcement. There is a new remakester in town, and it's not Fallout 3. It's not the Fallout 3 remakester yet. But Heretic and Hexen from Night Dive. So for those who don't know, Heretic and Hexen, the sequel, they came out, or maybe it was the other way around. I think Heretic was first, Hexen was second, but it might be the other way around. They were by Raven Software back in the mid-'90s. So after Wolfenstein had come out and the first Doom had come out, id Software published them with Raven working on them, and they were some of the very earliest first-person shooters produced by id at the time in the follow-up to Doom. And they had multiplayer before Quake even. I think they came out before Quake, and they had multiplayer. Anyway, they are being remade by Night Dive Studio, coming out again. 2 90s shooters with all kinds of updates and coolness. And so for those of you who are, Doom fans and classic 90s boomer shooters, I believe they call them. Did you know that, Andrew? They call those kind of games boomer shooters now.
Offense.
But yeah, it's available to play. Looks great. Looks like fun. Not my kind of game. Like I said, at the time, I was obviously doing way more RPGs, adventures, and Civ. But cool.
The only extensive experience I had with that style of game was a Wolfenstein back in the day. A friend played at my friend Kyle's house a lot. And on Sega Genesis, there was a game called F-Zero that I liked a lot. That was kind of similar.
Yeah, like I played some GoldenEye, and I mean, obviously Halo was later. In the 90s, I think my first serious first-person shooter that I played hardcore was a game called No One Lives Forever. I might have mentioned before. It's a stealth spy comedy. It's kind of like before Austin Powers.
No way.
Yeah, like Kate Archer, she's awesome. It's a stealth spy game. At first person, it probably came out around 99 or 2000. maybe a little earlier, but that one. And I mean, I played Doom at friends' houses a little bit, but it wasn't my thing. That's the kind of game you sit and watch people play. If you're me, at the time.
If you're me.
I got better, but back then, especially, I mean, you know.
No, I would always just get shredded. Like if I ever tried to play, I could handle Bond, the GoldenEye, but anything above that was like any of this, like, is it Halo? That's the spacey open world shooter, just a level
Not open
arena,
world, but
not open world, but arena style. Like just load in and die a million times as you kill and collect the ammo. Blah, blah. Yeah, I'm terrible at that shit.
Yeah, those FPSs were just a very sometime snack for me back then. It wasn't until around Halo 2 or 3 and really getting into Fallout 3 and then Mass Effect that I actually played shooters. Like my RPG entryway into actual shooters was probably Fallout more than not, because before that I dabbled with them at best.
The only way I've experienced it in like recent history was the Nuclear Winter game in Fallout 76, right?
Yeah. That Battle Royale has some of that vibe.
That's the closest thing I've had to that in
a competitive shooter
in
a way.
Time, yeah.
I love a good Battle Royale. We've talked about that, PUBG and stuff, but Nuclear Winter was the best too. Well, speaking of hot stuff and Nuclear Winter, I just wanted to reference Hot Ones real quick. Macaulay Culkin was on Hot Ones the other day, and I know this because Juan popped into our Fallout chat. Our friend Juan was like, I just saw Macaulay Culkin on Hot Ones, and he's going to be in season 2 of the Fallout TV show, which, yeah, we knew and we've talked about previously, but for those who maybe didn't listen to those episodes when we talked about it, if you didn't know, yeah, Macaulay Culkin is the new main cast member, or at least new big name cast member in season 2 of Fallout. We don't know who he's playing yet, some kind of scientist guy. My money's on like a Mr. Fantastic kind of guy. That would be hilarious, but we don't know. But so I haven't even watched the episode of Hot Ones. I enjoy Hot Ones. It's it can be fun. But Ray, you watch it regularly. You were saying it wasn't the best episode.
Yeah, no, he's a little bit of a space cadet.
Macaulay Culkin is.
Yeah, he talks really fast and very disjointed, and is quite full of himself.
Can we blame some of it on the mouth burning?
No, because everybody on that show goes through the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, normally, the host is really good at, giving a very interesting interview. And, he's often, he's got guests on there that I've never really had any exposure to or cared about. But he's managed to make them interesting people.
Yeah, because he does. He has good interview questions. He does. It's a really great format. I've enjoyed the show when I've watched it.
But Macaulay Culkin was just annoying through the whole thing. So
good to know. Hopefully, he's less annoying on the Fallout show. We'll find out.
And it might just be a clash between personalities I can endure and ones I can't. So we'll
What's your
your mileage may vary.
What's your favorite all-time interview, episode, celebrity, whatever on Hot Ones? Do you have a couple that you've just really stood out to you?
Some of the wrestlers, the pro wrestlers that he's had on, have been, actually interesting people to listen to, talk about their experience.
Yeah, it's always a rough life.
And, and those are people that, that's really never been my thing, but, they've been interesting interviews.
So what, like Terry Hogan and Andre's probably dead before the show started, I bet. So much of these guys have died. Ultimate Warrior's dead. Who do you remember anyone specifically?
No, it's been more modern people.
Yes. He just had some.
That's my reference point. Is fucking 80s.
Yeah, he had one guy
Jimmy,
that I
Superfly
guess has
Stuka.
got stuff going on right now, but I don't remember what his name was. Steve Austin was interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
Steve Austin.
Yeah, I
Nice.
believe that.
That guy's pretty entertaining. They get John Cena, or is John Cena too big? He's probably too big.
No, John Cena's been there.
How was he on it?
At this point, this show is so big
That people
on the
want
internet.
to go on it now?
It's funny, it
okay.
is, isn't it? Yeah.
that people,
I saw Tenacious D was on it. I watched that episode. It was pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
I remember Gordon Ramsay having a good episode. I'm sure there were some actors I liked.
He's had two. The first one.
That dude is so over the top anyway. Yeah.
He was just, he was worried that he was destroying his palate. And that he was going to
get over yourself, douchebag.
Don't hurt the moneymaker. Don't hurt the moneymaker. It's his mouth.
Yeah, but then he was on again, another time and was, totally into it. And I think I think that his first episode on Hot Ones, I think, was really kind of a launching point for Gordon Ramsay's, internet career. Because then he went on to do a bunch of, crazy internet stuff that, that kind of, fell into that, that vein.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. It kind of broke him onto the scene there. While we're talking about Hot Ones, I just want to shout out our friend Brandon Anden in Discord too. I know I'm shouting out Discord a lot tonight, but whatever. Brandon, when he was in Maine recently, he did the entire flight challenge for the Hot Ones, and I cannot imagine doing the hottest ones. Well played. I'm glad you're still with us and did not die.
What and what scenario?
So
what environment did you just buy them and do them at home, or what?
Yeah, he just bought the pack and then put it on wings himself.
So
did he? Okay, I was thinking it was at a restaurant that they did the special challenge to, the Hot Ones challenge. Maybe it was at his home that he picked him up.
I got the impression it was what he had done it at home.
It does look like his kitchen now that I see the picture. Yeah, but look at some of these. I haven't seen some of these before. Yeah, look at all the Hot Ones names: Sriracha, Hop Serve, Hook and Arrow, Da Bomb, bunch of them. Apricot.
Yeah, apricot.
Looks good. Anyway, I do love hot sauce, but the hottest ones, not so much for me.
I'm interested in like the show prep and stuff. Like how are because it doesn't look like they're actually putting any sauce on the wings besides the last dab at the end. So it looks like they're
all pre-sauced.
They're pre-sauced, like in backstage. Like after, are they fried or are they baked, or like what kind of wings are they serving here?
I'm sure they're decent wings.
Yeah, and I think Gordon Ramsay was also, one of the, early ones that really bagged on their wings, for the wings themselves, and so they upped their wing game after that.
Get better.
But it depends on the celebrity. Sometimes they're not actually even chicken; they're like, breaded cauliflower.
Tofurkey wings.
I love breaded cauliflower. I know that it sounds but I love cauliflower.
Yeah, so it depends on the celebrity, but they're all tossed in the sauces.
You can't give vegans fucking chicken wings, so.
Right. Yeah, but they can eat hot sauce.
Yeah. Those are all vegan, right? I assume for the most part. What are the components of hot sauce? It's like some sort of vinegar base usually, and
generally.
peppers, right?
Yeah, vinegar, chili,
and peppers.
Some mix of pepper extract, fruits, like you said. Yeah, I doubt there's any anchovies in most hot sauces.
Yeah, no.
Like ground up chipmunks or anything? No, none of that.
Look, anchovies was a little more normal. You put anchovy in some condiments. You do not put I don't think.
You don't. Where are you from? In Maine?
Axolotl.
Ground up my snaxolotl.
Oh my God! #snaxolotl hot
ground
sauce.
up and dried put them in a shaker. Oh, love my axolotl bits.
Now I want to do a hot sauce with a snaxolotl label. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that would be the best. Do it. I'll put it on your I forgot the name of your shop. Put it on your shop.
Yeah.
I will make hot sauce. We'll buy it. That'd be great.
The Tragically Optimistic Shop in our show notes every week.
Yes.
As mentioned last week, only added a few new designs in the last couple of years, but hey, It's there.
Well, get hot sauce labels. Put them on.
Speaking
That'd be
of
great.
new designs, I got a little announcement here. Team Full On, the makers of Fallout London, just changed their logo last week. So up till now, it has been kind of the London Underground kind of sign with Fallout London Team Full On it. Well, they have officially adopted Cute Thulu, their little cute Cthulhu knitted mascot, as part of their logo now. So yeah, you now got a Cute Thulu Team Full On.
Yeah, they got
logo.
Me again because
Cute
it's red, so it looks like a notification indicator. I'm like, oh shit, it's just a logo. Damn it.
Just a logo, but they will be at Gamescom coming up, the Gamescom convention in Germany, which is happening end of the month, which is where we do expect to get some announcements about some Bethesda properties and certainly other Xbox stuff in general because they're doing a showcase. Team Full On will be there, and yeah, we're still waiting for that DLC, right, Ray?
We are.
We'll see. Happening. They say, I know they're working on it. Occasionally I see little progress shots, but we will see.
Yeah, and hey, it's it's. I can definitely cut them a lot more slack than I can Bethesda.
Absolutely. I want to say there is actually, speaking of QuakeCon like we were earlier, there is a big old QuakeCon Steam sale happening right now. This is from an article on Kotaku, kind of going over everything. All your Bethesda games you love, I mean, obviously if you're listening, you probably have most of them, but if there are some you've been waiting to pick up, if there are some you have been waiting to try, like, honestly, we've got some Elder Scrolls people who haven't played much Fallout. Fallout people haven't played much Elder Scrolls, vice versa, Starfield, or the other companies under the umbrella. Like Arcane and id and all that, they are all on a major Steam sale. We're talking Doom 2016, the newest Doom, $4. Doom Eternal, $10. Dishonored at the dishonorable price of only $3.
So dishonorable.
Yeah. Prey 2017, $6. It's a great Steam sale. Put more games in your backlog that you can look at and think about playing someday. There have been a couple articles this week about a recent Juicehead video. So this one's interesting. A great video from Juice talking about Fallout 4 changes and rumors. So once again, I joke that we do get one of these from Juicehead every, 4 to 6 months of some kind about some rumor or whatever. But a lot of times he's on to something. And this one specifically is about Fallout 4. Fallout 4 finally maybe doing some fixes to the next-gen version.
Oh my God.
Maybe adding the creation system, which we thought would actually maybe come much quicker than it did. But the creation system that's in Starfield and Skyrim, maybe bringing the creation system to Fallout 4. And also, this is the 10th anniversary. For those who aren't aware, the 10th anniversary of Fallout 4 is this November. If I remember correctly, Fallout 4 was November 10th. I'm pretty sure it's the 10th. So we have that coming up. So we may be getting rumors, Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition coming out either around Fallout Day or the anniversary or sometime soon, adding creations, fixing the next-gen update, and maybe doing a few more things. Where's this coming from? Where's Juicehead getting this from? He mentions a couple sources that he's gotten some confirmation from. So that is one of those, that's a trust me bro situation, but he very rarely does kind of definitive statements unless he's got some good trust me bros. Some people actually trust saying things. But also there have been, in the SteamDB, the database updates, it had been quiet a lot over the past year. Last summer there was some stuff, and then it had been quiet a bit. But this summer there have been a number of updates and changes in the SteamDB as well. So we don't know. You know what I mean? And again, this is like just something he has a strong feeling on. We don't know what form it's going to take. The anniversary edition is a good way to look at it, but he doesn't say that specifically. That's what some people are kind of taking from it, extrapolating from the information that he has. But with the new season of Fallout happening in December, it would make a lot of sense that while we are getting a big Fallout 76 update of some kind, I can't wait to hear about what that's going to be, that it would make sense they would do more for Fallout 4 as well.
Yeah,
So
I just want them to fix the damn skyline. So I'm playing on a vanilla build at this point. And the clouds at night on the horizon are blindingly bright. To the point where I go find a bed and sleep until morning when I can see again.
And this is in your Fallout 4, in your current version of Fallout 4,
Yeah,
which you have.
I've got the update version.
You do have the update. Okay, it's
Yeah.
not the rollback for this one because you've got the rollback for your London, but for this
Right.
you've got regular.
Yeah, this is a different computer. It's got the regular.
Why would that be different for you? Because I haven't seen them being any brighter than usual. You don't have any mods affecting it or anything either?
No, I don't have any mods at all. So I never had that problem until I, put this, vanilla build in.
And nothing else seems different in your graphics. It just the clouds on the horizon are too bright. So like the LOD, the long distance stuff.
So
I don't know. I'm curious if anyone else has had that problem on the updated version too, because that's all we're playing on console. Those of us on console, when we do play it, are playing the new version, the next gen version, as it's called.
Right.
I googled how to load Fallout London onto a Mac. It looks like it's possible. I don't know if I should dig into that, but oof.
Is it a bunch of rolling around laughing emojis?
I don't know. I think it's partitioning your hard drive to run a Windows and blah blah blah, that sort of shit.
It might be, but yeah, our buddy Rich in Discord too. He's a Mac player. He's like you, Andrew. He actually plays on Mac, and he has gotten some of the Fallout stuff running on his Mac.
Nice.
But he can't do Fallout 4 or Starfield. That just hasn't been running for him yet.
Yeah, so I assume London wouldn't either then.
I don't believe so.
You have to have 4 to running.
Yep.
Running before you can do London.
Yep. So moving on down the bits, what else do we have? Well, there was a more official announcement today. So getting into it, we did announce a little bit more information about Fallout Day coming up. So I had told people earlier this year that there would be a Fallout Day broadcast again this year. There's now some more information putting out about that right now. So Fallout Day 2025 countdown. It is going to be the second annual Global Fallout Day. The Fallout for Hope team, we are working with Bethesda again to help put this on. There will be an official Bethesda presentation again, like last year, and then there will be a community showcase. Going to be a little different than last year's. Stuff is still coming together. Last year we focused a lot on creators and camps and all that, but it was 5-6 hours long. It was meant to be under 4 and ended up being over 5. So this year's going to be a little bit truncated, but it's going to be set up as a community-focused event to start, and then we're going to have the Bethesda event and then go on. It's going to be on October 23rd. We don't have an exact time yet, but that is the date, obviously. So the idea is a little community welcome, a official Bethesda broadcast, and then 2 to 3 hour show from the Fallout for Hope team, among other things. But because it is a community event, we are accepting submissions as well. So all kinds of things. If I were to, let me pull up little post on that right here. So things we are looking for. I could just wing it, but I want to actually read down what was written. So there is a submission form you can use, but things we are looking for are camp builds, cosplay, prop making, any kind of Fallout fan art, but no AI, of course. Okay, we're just looking for actual art. Virtual photography you're really proud of, like for those of you who are virtual photographers, you got some good setups, you can send that in. Cooking or baking, Fallout themed, that kind of thing. Cooking, baking, drinks, stuff from the cookbook. Fallout collections, Fallout PCs. Have you built your PC and done like a cool Fallout style case, things like that? Fan films and animation, original music based on Fallout, again, not AI music, but I mean, that goes without saying, but yeah, Fallout music, and like LARPs or special event photos, stuff like that. And some of the photographic type stuff will be put into slideshows. Some of the video, of course, will work best for the live broadcast, and we'll bring that in. But yeah, a lot happening. If you go to the @Fallout for Hope on both Twitter and Blue Sky, you can find stuff there. We do have, and I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but we do have a new Fallout events group on Facebook. We started about 2 months ago or so, specifically to broadcast upcoming Fallout events. Kind of a nexus on Facebook because some people, don't use these short form blog social medias like Blue Sky and Twitter, or maybe don't use Discord. And so if you're still like a Facebook person, you want to hit people there too. So it's just a place to post about Fallout events. But yeah, you can find that there, submission form and all that. And so that's going to be the Fallout Day broadcast. That's stuff we are collecting for that. But along with that, we actually announced something new. So this is another Ken idea, Ken Vigio, from Chad and founder of Fallout for Hope. We're going to do the Fallout Community Chronicle. So the idea is we wanted something that the community could join around who maybe don't watch Twitch, because it's not for everybody and who want to see these kind of events. And also something that's a little bit longer lasting. So the Fallout Community Chronicle is going to be a new annual magazine, vintage flair, kind of Saturday Evening Post style. Going to be put together, and we're going to have pages with articles, stories, all kinds of stuff like that. And so if you have a submission for that too, you can feel free and submit stuff. And for that, we're still looking for the same kind of things to an extent with photos, but a lot of it is going to be memories, stories, and creations, like more written article stuff. There are some reporters, and an editorial team and all that is going to be working on it. So yeah, it's a new thing. That is still coming together. Don't have much more info about it, but I just wanted to mention both of those. Moving on down the bits, going back over to the Fallout Twitter. I mentioned last month that they were doing a fishing camp contest. Winners have been announced. I just want to quickly scroll down and mention a couple of the winners of that contest. So Vampirus Violet won the Custom World Fishing Camp category with a really cool merged houseboat and a lighthouse. It's rising up in the fog over the water. Looks really good. And another exciting thing is that sort of thing is going to be easier to build an adventure pretty soon after the update. Also, my friend Dumplin Head won which category? She won the Advanced Fishing Camp category with the Pirates Cove build. It's a shipwreck stronghold. Looked really good. And Mimi F won the Basic Camp category, which is just a straight fishing camp, from a newer builder. Just kind of keeping it simple, but sticking with the theme. Looks great. So congrats to all those winners. There was another tweet from John earlier, and I wrote down all these things because we didn't have any news, but the show's actually gone longer, so I may skip it. But he earlier, John Rush, the creative director of Fallout 76, said, "Happy Fashnacht, how goes the hunt? What's the craziest thing you've pulled out of or placed in the basket at Fashnacht?" Because, now there's a place for us people to drop and share their masks and stuff like that. So what have people got in and out of it? Some people are actually dropping their extra glowing masks there for people. That's awesome. Let's see. Some people got glowing masks early and had all that. Someone said they were dropping all their nocturnal mod boxes in there, so I'm sorry to whoever picked those up. A glowing turkey mask. Someone got a glowing turkey mask from the box. Someone else got a glowing scorch piece. So people really are give a mask, take a mask kind of situation there. And let's see. That's pretty much it. Besides from someone wrote your mom's butt. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get your mom's butt out of the basket. So moving on.
No.
You never know what you're going to get for responses on that sort of tweet, right? So a couple more things in news, and this is just, we've already gone over all the Fallout news and Fallout-related stuff, so just a couple quick things in the news. I wanted to mention Red Octane. Red Octane announced that they were a company and they're making a game. People who don't know the name Red Octane, they were one of the coolest custom peripheral companies for rhythm games. Things like Guitar Hero and Dance Dance Revolution, music rhythm games. I actually had a Red Octane mat, which was like for my DDR, which was awesome. It's a solid mat you can play on it. Really great. Anyway, they make great stuff. And we haven't had a good rhythm game in a while. Well, Red Octane announced that they are bringing it back. They're going to bring out new rhythm game with gears and accessory and all that. So I just wanted to shout that out for my other fellow rhythm game fans. Bad news for BioShock fans. BioShock 4 is being reworked. For those who have been waiting 10 years since BioShock Infinite, for the next Bioshock, and a team's been working on it. Team at Take-Two. Yeah, well, the team that was working on it is no longer doing so, and they're basically going back to the bin and reworking it. So we'll see what happens there, but I don't know, at this rate we may not get a Bioshock 4. Ray, I'm trying to remember, did you play Bioshock 1 and enjoy it or no?
Just Infinite.
Just Infinite. And what did you think of Infinite? I thought that was one of the weaker ones, but...
I liked it because it wasn't underwater as much.
There you go. Yeah. So the Bioshock games, I mean, they have their place. They look cool. I haven't played Bioshock 2 or Infinite. I've only seen Infinite. Bioshock 1 is the only one I played, so I kind of want to revisit it. And they did remaster all of them, so I don't know. That'd be worth a full playthrough of all of them, I think. But no Bioshock 4 anytime soon. However, the gentleman who was running for the longest time, he did System Shock and then Bioshock, and I'm blanking on his name, the guy who ran the studio. He had left that, and he's working on a game called Judas, which looks very Bioshock inspired. So, we might get a spiritual successor to Bioshock sooner or later. Ken Levine, that's his name. I just had a mind blank for a second. So that's all the bits I have, but I think you've got some kind of alien-related bit here. Is it consumable by humans? Is this bit alien? What's going on?
Yes, it's consumable humans. One of my favorite movies all time, the original Alien, and then I think some of the sequels have gotten a little crazy, but I still enjoy the premise of the xenomorph and the whole creepy company collecting dangerous animals for bio-research weapon. I just think that's all sort of like a fun sci-fi premise and all that. But anyway, I just wanted to bring to everyone's attention, if you hadn't seen it anywhere yet, if you're interested in that series, you already know, obviously. And I've tried to talk my wife into watching it, but the Alien franchise is now expanding to television. So on FX and Hulu, starting on Tuesday this week, August 12th. Is that upcoming? Yeah, next week. So 8 p.m., Alien Earth. And if you've seen any of the previews, everything, it looks pretty intriguing to me, so I'm going to definitely check it out. But I just wanted to, announce it, put it out there. I like it when things I like, even if I don't like specific installments of something, sometimes I still like the universe to exist. So if you keep making movies in that universe, it's good for the universe,
Yeah,
so,
that's fine. I mean, like the Star Wars effect. Not all the shows have been good, but you'll still check most of them out.
Yeah, right, exactly. So check out Alien Earth on Tuesday, everybody.
Yeah, I'm turning into you there a little bit. So I tried watching, I've been watching more shows, and I decided to watch a show called Evil, which looked good. It has Mike Coulter in it, who I like as an actor, and a few others. And it had our guy, Wilzig, Michael Emerson, the guy who played... Wilzig in Fallout 4, and
I always think of him as Benjamin Linus.
Linus from Lost. And I didn't like him as much as Linus because he was cool, but a little bit evil.
Creepy,
well, guess what? In the show Evil, he is
you think?
the bad guy. He is the bad guy. So I watched a couple episodes, and I'm like, I can't watch him as this character because I've liked him in too many things as like a good guy, and he's
funny.
Such a good actor that he really plays a slightly sociopathic bad guy really, really well.
Yeah. Typecast at this point, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to watch it before bed anymore. So anyway, but it's funny because it made me switch back because I want the next season to follow. So I switched back over to Person of Interest, which is why I say I'm being like you, because I've watched that show completely through like 3 times now, and I'm doing it again. And I never rewatch shows except for Doctor Who and Star Trek. So yeah.
I've been on one of the shows I listened to. They were talking about Deep Space Nine, so I think I might have to start a Deep Space Nine watch. I was like, ooh, I haven't watched that, and that's the only Star Trek like series that I ever like sort of paid attention to back in that was on like the 90s, early 2000s maybe. Oh, really?
No, that was 93 to 99, I think, maybe 92 to 98.
Yeah. So I might rewatch that.
Oh gosh, Rando asking if I watched The Terror. Yeah, a lot of our friends started watching The Terror after you talked about it. Not me.
No, it's not for everyone. I'm not demanding everyone go out and watch it by any stretch of the imagination, but it really captured me for some reason.
That's awesome.
I just started watching Ballard, which is a Bosch spinoff.
Oh, cool.
Neat.
Yeah, you're talking about your Cyberpunk expansion there, and you mentioned Luther. That made me want to watch that again too, because I only watched a little bit of Luther, and I liked it.
Yeah, that's so good.
It's a good show.
Yeah,
I'd watch.
And then
I
they
started
did
that. I
they
watched
did a
couple of
movie
those.
too, which was good.
But always good shows, always stuff to watch. I'm just anticipating season 2 of Fallout.
Yeah.
I've got other things on the docket, of course, but gotta love those comfort shows. And
Sorry,
if you've had too much terror and horror in your life and you need something really comforting, I should also wrap the bits with this. The Atomic Shop. This week in the Atomic Shop. Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me do this right. This week in the Atomic Shop, you can claim yourself your free General Farmers Market stand if you are a Fallout First member. Yes, you can have the farmers market of your dream. You want to sell your jelly, jam, corn, something corny. Your corn cob mass. You got too many of those? Do they glow? You can sell them at your beautiful farmer stand. Set up an entire farmer's market with the bundle. You can set up, we've got a little truck side stall, a veggie stand, the farmer's market stand, all kinds of stuff. There's also a farmer's market letter set, a new way to write things that you cannot actually upload to Xbox Live in the Wasteland with a new set of letters, which, yeah, some of the camps I come across, I'm like, oh, that is not safe for work. That is not safe for anyone under 18. You never know what you're going to find out there in the Wasteland, right? But yeah, so there's some good stuff in the Atomic Shop. Let's see, we've got a Corvega dealership bundle coming. The week of August 12th, they never do this. They're giving us a preview of next week ahead of time. We're going to get a Corvega dealership, and it looks really, really cool. I actually really like this prefab.
That does sound pretty intriguing.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually drop a picture of it in the Discord right now for y'all to see. Check out this prefab. This is beautiful. It's really nice. So, anyway, that's what's upcoming, and I wanted to kind of wrap us with something fun.
Aren't all the Corvega cars that you can build up on blocks?
Yeah, you have to merge them or sync them to hide the blocks. You do like a Fusion Flea. Got a couple Fusion Flea stash boxes and such.
What? Is that implying people stole all the wheels? Why are they on blocks?
Well, I mean, wheels degrade. Rubber degrades. That's one of the reasons why there aren't many cars in the Wasteland. There are some.
Have you ever been to Red Rocket?
I have.
There's piles of rubber everywhere.
But have you tried driving on them?
I need a road first that doesn't have more than 8 feet before it falls off into a giant pit of some
I think that's really the bigger problem. Yeah, that's why you can drive more out west than some of the
more
East Coast,
flat
especially
desert.
the capital Wasteland.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I've got a few shouts I want to do before we go out the door too. Can I jump into those?
Absolutely. Let's do them shouts.
So, shout out to a couple new Discord members. So I mentioned 3-4 weeks ago, Yumi-chan just joined the Discord and was listening for the first time. Well, it turns out they hadn't played a Fallout game. Yumi-chan is a Skyrim Elder Scrolls player, and they were asking for tips on what files to start with, what to do, and we ended up pointing them towards Fallout 3. So they are currently in Megaton, sweating over defusing a bomb and having a great time. So congrats on playing Fallout, Yumi-chan.
So that's a great conversation, though. No one's played Fallout. Where do you send them to start?
It really depends on the player. I often push people to Fallout 4 first because I think it's the most accessible, especially if they've only played Skyrim and modern stuff. I just think it's more accessible, and then if you like the series, you can go back. But, like you were saying, Andrew, in the Discord,
I made the point that once you played 4, it's fucking tough to go backward in this series. Maybe all series. I don't know if that's just a thing.
I don't feel that way. But I also started gaming long before, and I think it really is
like 3 before you played 4. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. But I don't know. I feel like if you're a more modern gamer and the Bethesda games you played have been Skyrim on, it's harder to go back for some people. but I like old games, and so
Yeah.
I think it's easy to go back to 3 in New Vegas.
See, it's weird. I find it hard to go back to 3 in New Vegas just because of the controls and graphics. But Fallout 1 and 2, look, I haven't played 2 yet, but Fallout 1 I had a great time with because
Right.
it wasn't the same thing in a primitive thing. It was a different system. It was
Different
just a
enough you could just
different thing.
reprogram.
Yeah, exactly.
Ray, would you say start with New Vegas? What would you say start with for a new player?
Yeah, I mean, if they're okay with the older games, then 3 is definitely a good place to start. In that series.
If they want to explore an adventure, 3. If they're there mostly for the story and setting, probably New Vegas. And if they're a newer player who just wants to live in a world, Fallout 4.
Fallout 4, easily.
But
the
you
most
can't go wrong with
accessible.
any of them. And honestly, if you like people, try 76.
True.
Yeah.
So many different ways to attack it. If you hate everyone else and just want to play on your phone, Fallout Shelter. Come on. let's not be exclusive here.
Careful. Wait, Fallout Shelter can be addictive. Okay.
Oh,
the
you
best
can go
Fallout
into
game.
a 3-year fucking deep dive. It does. Watch out.
And I also want to shout out Ifni on our Discord, another new Discord member. This is great. Another new Discord member came in, and Ifni is a Fallout player who hasn't played the Elder Scrolls. And so Ifni's
nice.
looking where to start there, too.
All right.
And we were talking about
Skyrim, right? This is Fallout 4, pretty much, right?
Or Oblivion Remixer.
Yeah, the Oblivion Remixer or Skyrim. And we were going back and forth on that because, once again, there's the whole going back to older, is it hard, And even Oblivion, like, not the Remixer, but original Oblivion, I mean, that's older than 3. And you can feel it, So we were kind of talking between the two. And Sulior was leaning towards the Remixer. I was leaning towards Skyrim. But really, either. You can't go wrong with either, people. You can't go wrong with either. But if he ended up deciding on, I think he decided on Skyrim because he had actually picked it up on Steam and it was in his backlog already.
Nice.
So,
There you go.
Well, we need to ask Bob next week the same question because he has freshly, within the last year, experienced Oblivion for the first time and the remake at the same time and Skyrim. Hasn't he all done like all of those as new plays in the last
I think new plays for both
year?
him and Angel
Yeah.
in the last 15 years. Like they've played them all since Skyrim came out. Yeah. Yep. Maybe since Fallout 4 came out. Like they might not have started until after that. I don't know. They'll have to remind us.
Pose that same issue.
Which is a great way to lead into the fact that we're going to have Angel and Bob on over the next couple of weeks. We're going
Yes,
to
we
continue this
will.
whole Fallout friends joining us, people who haven't been on the show as much, coming in to join us, and probably some of our regular chatters and stuff will come in over the next while too. We're gonna ask people to join over the next couple months still, leading into the show and our next roundtable.
Because
as you can tell, we're putting it off.
when does season 2 start again? I forget.
December. They haven't given us a date.
December. Okay.
Yeah, that's all they're saying. December.
All right, then. Well, do you guys have any other topics you'd like to bring up on the show tonight?
Just another quick shout.
Yep. Who you got?
Shout out to Axolotls, our friend Ms. Max,
Ooh,
who I believe
Smacks.
joined us on the show at least once. A good long-term friend of mine. She's been doing some knit axolotls that are really cute, sharing on social media. Well, John from Fallout 76 actually ordered some, and so he's showing them off too. So yeah, if you're interested in knit axolotls and you follow Ms. Max on the socials, you follow me and you want to find her, I'm retweeting them.
Cutie
She's doing
pies.
some really cute, adorable axolotls.
Oh, that's great.
But don't eat them either. They're made of yarn and not snaxolotls.
Yeah.
Last shout out just for the International Group Camp. So a number of Japanese players have regularly done this thing they call group camp. I'm not sure what the Japanese word for it is. It's translated as group camp. And it's where a bunch of builders build together and then they ask people to come by and take a look at them, which is cool. We've done, back in the day, we did some communities like that, intentional communities. Well, we just had our first U.S. group camp for the Japanese, and a number of builders jumped in to do that, and it was really successful. So I just wanted to shout out all the builders who took place in that and everybody who came by. Really fun having these international group camps where you load them in and ask people to come by, and really great stuff. It was a summer-themed. My friend North did a really cool Football stadium, Jerry. Football stadium.
Football pitch.
And yeah, and my friend Smugs did a really cool picnic, which I'm just going to share a picture of that in the Discord too, because she used camp items to basically build a picnic camp. Just the coolest thing. So anyway, shout out to them. And that's all. That's pretty much all I got now. That's all my shouts. Got a lot of shouts.
Beautiful. Last shout for me. On YouTube the other day. I haven't actually watched it yet, but I saw one of my suggested videos was the cast of the Fallout show being quizzed on the lore from the Fallout games.
Nice.
So I wanted to watch that. So I got to track that down and watch that one. Has Walter Goggins or anyone been from the cast of Fallout been on the Hot Ones, Ray? Did I say Walter? Walton, right? Walton.
Yeah, Walton. I don't remember him being on. Yeah, and I don't think Ella Purnell was on either.
And
yeah,
the other guy's not really famous yet.
You know, I'm looking up. There was a Hot Ones parody called Rad Ones, and we have a ghoul hosting. We have a ghoul hosting Spicy Wakes for a Vault Dweller.
That's great. Good job.
Yeah, a little parody. That looks great. That looks really fun.
It's like rat wings. Eesh.
But I don't know if any of the Fallout actors have been on Hot Ones.
Coolio. All right, you guys. Well, fun show tonight. On that note, I'll let you know you can find Ray at RayLB. Also, if you're into No Man's Sky, you can check out the at BBCISSS account, which stands for the Butcher, Baker, Candlemaker in Space. Ray, thank you so much for hopping on tonight.
Good times.
And Jess can be found at SleepIs4T for all of her many projects, and both Ray and Jess love to hang out in our Discord. Jess, thank you so much for hanging out.
Thank you. Have a great week, all.
I can be found at Indie Android over there on the Blue Sky from time to time, but generally hang out in our Facebook group, and the show can be found at the Fallout Feed. I'd like to thank everyone for downloading this edition of the Fallout Feed. We will see you in the Wasteland.
Thank you for downloading this episode of the Fallout Feed Roundtable. If you are interested in doing a play-along character with us, the show can be contacted by emailing falloutroundtable@gmail.com. For the Roundtable schedule, our Amazon link, and all other show information, please head on over to asapodcasting.com, where you will find the Fallout Feed, a Skyrimatic podcast, our YouTube channel, the Chatterbox, as well as other content. Once again, thank you for downloading, and we'll see you in the Wasteland.
That is the ooh. That is the ooh.
It's for science.
He just loves banging things.